Let's take a sorry. I'm just sharing my screen. 1 minute. Okay. So how the preparation is going on? Anyone is planning to? Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, now.
Okay, fine. So here we had, I think, three. One was done, and shall we close one of the user story today? Kiran Prakash.
Yes.
I think because like our progress is it's remaining same. We will try to close this one. Okay. So what we will do is we will write a comment saying that user story meets okay acceptance criteria and it can be it is given sign off. So moving to moving to done. Okay. So I will just save it so that everyone can see that from what I'm doing. See here, you can either directly drop and drag, or here you can take it. Make it done. Okay. Fine, got it. So it is moved into done now. You can see this one. Two things have come here. Okay. Now we'll try to refresh and see. You can see that.
Yes.
That means like it is approaching ideal to the ideal line. Okay. It was far behind the expected the remaining work, but it has come down. So if you close another one, it is going to again drop down. It will be ahead of the expectations. Okay. That's what the graph shows. Okay, this is about the burndown chart. I would like to show on few not sure. We'll discuss on those things. Okay. Okay.
Um, Simha, that it
Yes.
was like when we adding the new task, it went up, but it went in a slide,
Right.
tilt.
Yes.
So
Yes.
first
That
later.
means what? I mean, because the story points were worked upon. I mean, those were there as it is, right? For 2 days, it was for Saturday, it was there as it is. Okay. A Sunday or till now, the number of stories were same. The story points were same. Okay. Only
Okay.
when you have completed, the points have come down or they got decreased. Okay. They fell. It fell to that number of points. Okay. Let us say like that is 30% has come down. something like.
Okay. No, I'm talking about adding the when we adding the new
It
you
will
just
go up.
it will go up, but it is not straight. It is like a somewhat no still.
Yeah, it will not be straight, but it will remain that at that particular point for those number of days. See, maybe for other work, we have kept as it is, right? That will be there till the next day. Tomorrow we'll come and see again. Okay. You'll
Uh-huh.
see how it is behaving. Will it be a straight line or a parallel line, or it's going to come down? No, it's not going to come down, but it is going to remain for 1 or 2 days like that. Horizontal line should come. Okay. Let us see that tomorrow. Okay. Because there are two story points, right? Again, which are waiting to be completed.
No, no. Can you open that bundle chart?
Once again, okay. I'm sharing 1 minute. Okay.
Yeah. No, when we added yesterday, the new
Hmm.
top, it is not straight and it is like a, I mean to say not or perpendicular. It is somewhat tilted. You say like there is a reason.
Yeah, actually, it is
Yes.
okay. So in the November 2, there were only, let us say, 7 points which were there. Okay. Let us say this is 80 points, 7 points, 8 points. Okay. And on third, the next day, you have added 3 points. Okay. So it
Yes.
is on 11. So from 8 to 11, it drew one line.
Okay.
Had it been on the third day also the same story point, okay, then you would have got something like this horizontal.
Okay.
Then if you have decreased something, it would have come down. It should have come down.
Okay.
We can see that. We will see. We will keep it for 2 days and see. Okay. Anyhow, we are going. So let us see for 2 days. Today 6th is this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So in between, I think it is not taking it all, right? That's what your doubt is exactly. Yeah. See, in the third and sixth, it is taking directly, but it should be maintained in between fourth and tomorrow. We can see the clear picture how it goes. Okay, got it. Good, good. Okay. I want to discuss on few of the items which will be asked in as part of the interviews or just as a discussion. Have you?
Okay.
They will be asking you. You're seeing the screen, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. They will be asking you like, what is the spillover and what are the factors responsible for the spillover? What do you mean by spillover? Okay, and spillover is nothing but in general, like if you are in the sprint one, okay, you have done something, uh, but you are not able to complete. It could be because of many reasons, a technical issue, personal or team wise, or infra related, or testing related, whatever. And if it is not able to meet the definition of done, okay, then it is going to be taken from this sprint to the next sprint. Okay, that is a spillover, the extra item which has come because you are not completed that. Got it?
Okay.
So spillover is a backlog item that does not meet the definition of done. Basically, it is unfinished work. Okay. If you are a Scrum team member, product owner, or stakeholder, spillovers might trouble you in sprint planning meetings. Now, for the next sprint, okay, you are going to start the sprint planning, and there is one spillover now. Okay. Now, we have to again work on that particular spillover and also on this particular sprint backlog items. Okay, this is going to trouble us. Trouble in the sense because we have not found a solution to that. It has come as a spillover to you now. Okay, when this happens, you will spend a lot of time discussing the details and planning for these unfinished stories. Now you have to sit and work together, like why this has happened, what do we need to do, and how we have to resolve this type of things and all. Okay. So spillover is something like that, which has not met the definition of TAP. Okay. Did you get it? I mean, what I'm trying to convey here,
Yes. Unfinished work, right?
unfinished work. So maybe like in the middle of the sprint, Mr. Customer, the client has come and asked, hey, please add this something I need very urgently. And because of that, you accepted it, you change your sprint backlog or whatever. and it is not able to, and you are not able to complete that, then that goes as a spillover to the next. Or maybe in the sprint backlog itself, but you are not able to do that for whatever reasons. It's spillover.
Okay.
Please remember this type of wordings because when you hear for the first time, probably it will be a little confusing or a little bit, you need to think about that, right? So if you hear now itself, it won't be surprising to you when they ask questions. Right. Next, technical debt. Technical debt is another thing. Okay. Companies that delay or omit the work for the sake of speed accrue technical debt, which they need to pay back later or face consequences. See, what happens is the customer is sitting on your neck now. He's asking you to give me somehow, like, I need this particular thing to be done at any cost because other company or other one like competitor is delivering that particular feature. I want this to be delivered this week only. Then what you will do, ignoring the facts, ignoring the technical problems that come arise, okay, ignoring the quality and everything, you release that for the sake of the customer, for the sake of his satisfaction, whatever, and the technical debt is going to come. Not because of these things, okay, because it is not technically efficient and whatnot. So this is about that. So technical debt is a common concept in software development where the team leaders delay features, functionalities. Okay, they cut corners or settle for suboptimal performance to push the project forward. So they know like this is not going to work properly or this is going to work, but may not that accurate. But they are going to push on it. Okay, they are going to push into the market, whatever may be. What they will do is, see, in the third line, it occurs as a result of build now and fix later mentality. In software engineering, technical debt sometimes is called as a code debt. So let's see later what happens. First, as of now, we'll push it to the market and see. So that is what the technical debt is. Did you get it?
Yeah, yes.
So technical debt is about that. So sometimes it do happen, and because we need to satisfy the customers, so they do that. Okay. So what are the technical cause of technical debts? This is unclear project requirements. Okay. Okay. It could be if the teams alter or refine requirements well into the project, it can force them to go back to the code and rework. Okay. Or bad code. It is not as per the standards. Okay. Even though, like, when the developers are coding and they know like it's not going to work, even then they try to uh, convince, say something like it is going to work, or they're going to say to the tester saying that no, this is not a bug at all. You can go ahead and release. You can give a sign off. These type of things, will result to technical debts. No training. If there is a lot of lack of training is given, and the poorly written code is going to cause you a lot of technical debts. Poor tool implementations. Okay, there is no proper infra, and developers are wasting a lot of time, trying to implement that. Okay, or if there is a new tool which they are not given a training, so this type of things will result in a technical debts. Okay, just go through this type of things. Okay, and lack of documentations, hardware implementation, testing. Even the developer has written nicely, but the testers have not found out any issues. That could be one thing. Information silos, like lot of information is there, but they are not able to communicate. That's going to be one of the issue. And competing departments, yes. So one team is working on the same particular product and they want to deliver much faster than this particular team. Now that's going to be another issue. So in this way, like these are the one of the causes we can say. Okay. So planned technical debts and inadvertent technical debts. Okay. That means in the planned when the developers know like this is going to happen. Okay. This occurs when developers opt to quickly build and implement core quickly in presence in the market after customer feedback. Inadvertent, they don't understand the market requirement, poor experience, poor management also result in this particular technical debts. Okay, so just have an idea about these two things because they may be asking you
Uh,
what you getting. Yes.
we lost your voice for some time.
Oh, okay.
Types of
Mm,
technical debt, I think.
yeah, okay. So technical debts means like if it is a planned one, that means the developers, uh, they work fastly and delivering. And is it audible?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So developers know everything and they want to build it very fast and put it, give to the customer very fast so that they can have the feedback from the customer. In that way, the technical debts is going to release. That is called the planned one. They're going to compromise on the code or in the testing. Whereas inadvertent in the sense they are not aware of the requirements that they release. Okay, that's going to be called as an inadvertent, not knowing. Okay,
Okay.
that is non-advertent, inadvertent technical debt. Poor management is one of the reason. Okay.
But if there is any financial loss because of this, then how this will be handled?
Yeah, see, first of all, there is a financial, this is going to be a problem, right? Again, it has to come back and fix.
But meanwhile, customer will
Mm.
be impacted.
Mm. These are two things, right? One, the customer wants. If he's not happy, then again, it will be sued. They will be sued. The organization is going to be sued for that
Mm-hmm.
because he wants the quality product. If the team is not going to deliver a quality product, everyone will be responsible.
Mm.
That's what I mean. They should not compromise on the quality, and if they compromise on the quality, these type of technical debts are going to come.
Okay.
Yeah. See, that's why the beta versions and everything are because of that. I mean, they want to test before in
Yes.
hand. Yeah. And even if they don't do that, and they are so much interested in having it in the market, then they have to face this type of things.
Okay.
Okay. Even then, see, the three, how many 100%, like you can't say that we are good at coding and we are good at testing. Somehow at some corner you are going to face a problem. I mean,
Yes.
it's not going to be that perfect way of delivering.
Correct.
Even they do know. I mean, here 5 to 10% they also give a margin of this.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So they are all ask. They will ask this question like, what are anti-patterns in Scrum? Have we discussed about this one, anti-patterns?
No.
Okay. Anti-patterns, other than the scrums, are the habits that are frequently exhibited, but overall ineffective or maybe even awful. Okay, let us say this way. I will give you I mean, a small this thing. Anti-pattern, like actually the daily scrum is for 15 minutes. Everyone is expected to be there at the same time, same place. Okay, for 15 minutes. But the team turn ups very late. That is an anti-pattern. A person in the team talks continuously more than 15 minutes and is wastes other people's time. That is an anti-pattern. Scrum Master follows up everyone to come in time. That's an anti-pattern. Scrum Master need actually the team should be accountable for that. Okay. Scrum Master need not put a mail, a message, or go to each and every person and ask come to the meeting and give your daily Scrum status and all. No, that's an anti-pattern. Okay. So all these are anti-patterns. In the sprint planning, they are actually discussing here. So in anti-pattern is there in everywhere, in the sprint planning, in the daily scrum, in the review, in the retrospective. So if we are talking about the sprint planning meeting, undefined product backlog. What is the job of the product owner? He has to keep everything ready, right? He has to at least understand what actually is needed, what are the things which are to be kept in the product backlog. If he doesn't refine that, if he is not aware of what has to be kept, okay, or if he turns up very late, okay, then these are the anti-patterns. Undefined product backlog is a anti-pattern. Missing key stakeholders. Now we are conducting a meeting and the key person is not there to whom we are going to talk and to whom we are going to ask the questions and all. So that is an again anti-pattern. Weak definition of done or ready. So we don't know what are the criteria to say like this already made definition of done or this is ready for acceptance, something like that. So unless there is a document, not documentation, at least a clear understanding, a shared understanding on what has, if there is no such thing, okay, then this is going to be an anti-pattern. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Can you
Yes.
say what is the anti-pattern in the sprint review? Can you guess at least? See, it could be anything.
The stakeholder not present.
Stakeholder not present. It's an anti-pattern because we are showing him what we have worked on, and if he's not present, there's an anti-pattern. Okay. Anything else?
The the developers are not ready with the demonstration
Can you give that correct word? What is that? Demonstration of?
product or working software.
Yes, working software, please. When you say review, working software. Okay. So make sure that, okay, word is there. So, yeah, if it is not a working software and you're showcasing a presentation, that's waste, it is an anti-pattern. People not turning up to the review is anti-pattern. Okay. Stakeholder not coming up is an anti-pattern. Okay. So these are all the anti-patterns. In the sprint plan retrospective,
So developer not listing out the problems, what they
yes,
face, what need to be fixed.
yes, exactly. That's an anti-pattern. Can anyone guess more? Yes, true. Taking the inputs personally is also an anti-pattern. In the sprint retrospective, we say like what went wrong, what went well, and what has to be improved, right?
Yes.
So if I say like the communication between the team is not good, if someone in the team is not having some attitude problem, and if you take that thing seriously, okay, there's an anti-pattern that is not going to work. So taking personal is an anti-pattern. You can just go through the internet and Google, try to find it out. There could be so many other things, not just limited to these things. Anything that is deviating, anything that is not helping the team. Uh, so that is an anti-pattern.
Okay.
Did you get it? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, fine. So daily scrum, I think hope you understood daily scrum and retrospective, yes. Review, okay. Planning, okay. Scope creep. This is another word. Okay, I want you to these three things which a lot of times like people just ask because they want to. Those people who are scrum masters, right? They can easily understand these wordings and all because they will be in the. These are all actually project management related type of things which uh, those people are going to talk and because we the scrum if you are learning new okay and just going to the scrum guide you will not find this type of words anywhere okay and those who are interviewing like they expect these type of words to hear from you and if you
Oh,
don't give these answers what they assume is like you are coming with a different background and you are trying to do something other than love them and all so that's what I was just highlighting these things you try to understand okay. Scope creep. It is a basically any form of additional work or features or requirements that were never included in the planning. Okay, those are not included in the planning or explicitly agreed on will typically cost the project an inseparable amount of time and money. Basically, when they have decided to work on the sprint planning, it was not at all there. Okay, and they have never agreed on that one. But later, somehow the product owner or the stakeholder have managed to put a particular task into this one and they have uh, compromised on the scope of the project okay now this is going to create a lot of issues this is called as a scope creep it was beyond your scope but it you have agreed upon okay and this is going to cost a lot that's what is about the scope creep so when it occurs when the items in the backlog are not assigned accurate priority levels so we don't know the priority of that one or we are not accurate on that they lack the clarity and depth okay we don't know how much effort we have to give the estimations and all okay teams are pushed into iterations or sprint without clear goals I mean that they have not given a clear uh, vision on what the goals okay they have to work on the which feature on this particular sprint and all They don't the communication was not happening on the goals. Changes are introduced or forced into the middle of the iteration. So there were new changes were being added in the between the iteration. Next, new features are rushed into the development without proper requirements or cost analysis. So again, everything in the middle. So it was not discussed in the sprint planning or in any way, but they added. I know this is going to be a little headache to everyone. So this is a scope creep. Did you get
So,
it?
so this is I mean, whose mistake it is? Product owner, Scrum Master.
First thing, see, stakeholder may convince the product owner, or they may do the planning. But here you say items are in the backlog. That's fine. But priority wise, the product owner should know. He is not that good at priority wise. Or he may not have the, you see, it's not just the product owner, it's sometimes the whole team. Okay. If there are developers who have experienced guy with their empiricism, with their relevant knowledge and experience should have communicated the priorities or the estimations and everything on that. But if they didn't do, then it's a issue with the developers as well. It's an issue with the product owner. It's an issue with everything, everyone. All the Scrum team members are responsible for this one. Okay. So you can't have a blame game now. Okay. So the blame game, it won't help you at any cost. So all the people are responsible here.
Okay.
So in some cases, yeah, you can put a blame on product owner because he is working with the stakeholder. But at the same time, who said you to agree to work on it? Okay. If the developers say like, I am not going to work in this particular sprint, on this particular on this particular task, then who they can't force, right? But even the developers agree to that because there are so many other factors. They are compromise on that particular thing. Then who can help? So it's very important that you should have those. I said no in the Scrum we have this five focus, courage, openness, commitment. Hope you for did you remember? Do you remember that?
Yes, the values.
Yes. So all the five values should be there. The focus, courage, right? Openness. If you don't have the courage to speak out, then these type of issues are going to come. That's what about. Okay. So you should be the forefront when it comes to this type of things. Okay. So what we should do to the manage the scrutiny? Clearly outline the priorities. Okay. You should have the adequate information support. Okay. What is going to happen if there is some issue? Sprint goals should be defined. Okay. Assessment of new requests during the grooming itself. So we should have assessed all these type of things in the grooming part. Everything should be done. So at least we can manage the scope. Okay, scope creep is going to be there, but we should see like how we can manage it. We can't eliminate as such, but yeah. So better be ready with one of the question like, did you face any scope creeps in your project? If so, how did you handle those things? Okay, this is one question, please, from my side. You can write it down or put it anywhere. So creep is one question that can be asked. What are anti-patterns? What do you mean by technical debt? What do you mean by spillover? How you will handle over? Did you come across any spillover things in your project? How did you handle them? Are you did same thing, same scenario with the technical debt? Have you come across any technical debts? What do you mean by technical debt? How did you handle it in your project? What was the complexity or whatever? I mean, so mostly this type of as a scrum master, how did you handle these type of things? So this will be asked. Any questions, sir? You are able to get it?
So, how to answer this?
No, no, no. See, first time you can yeah. That's what I said in the beginning. You should answer you should answer the question in the star format. Situational, task, action, result, and action and result is star format. So you should give an situation. Let us say I had one. Uh, I will take a smaller one, spillover or anti-pattern. Yeah, there is some anti-pattern. Let us say you one of the team member. He is not at all coming to a daily scrum. Okay, that's an anti-pattern. How did you uh, solve this or try to overcome the situation as a scrum master? That would be a question. Now you should say as a scrum master. Okay, yeah, I had this particular situation. You should try to build up a story now. So the whole thing is that you might have faced in your real time also. You should have, if you are in one of your team members also might have done this to you, or you might have done to your team. Okay, you may be late to some meetings, or regularly you might have been late to the meetings, somewhere, whatever. So you should say, like as a Scrum Master, when I was working in this particular project, okay, where the Scrum team was almost for 3 to 4. Scrum team was having 4 developers and 2 testers, where I was one of the Scrum Master. Okay, we used to have this daily Scrum for 15 minutes. We have noticed that one of the senior team member was not appearing to the daily Scrum in the beginning. Initially, okay, he was not coming at all. So I was so you should say, like, I was observing this for last 1 to 2 days. Then I realized that there is something wrong, which is not because it was not a good behavior as such, because we are following the sprint Scrum framework, and as per the Scrum guide we need to do that. So what I did, okay, now the situation is this, okay. What the action that you have taken, the task that happened was that action that you have taken. Now you see, what I have done is I have called for a meeting, one-on-one meeting with a particular team member, okay, and I have called him and talked to him on this particular scenario, like what is the issue about, why he is not interested in coming to the daily scrum, why is I have inquired, like what is his pain area. Uh, so, like, I came to know after the discussion, after one-on-one meeting, that he feels that implementing, talking, it's a little waste of time for him, because in that time, like, he can code a lot, and instead of talking there and coming there, he can put a mail to us. So he gave his pain points. I noted down his pain points. Okay, are you understanding what I'm saying? Okay. So this is what, as a Scrum Master, you're trying to find the pain problem, okay, the pain area, okay, and analyzing him, trying to be with him enough, analyzing his situation. Okay, now as a Scrum Master, you will not give the solution to that guy. Okay, you see, we are not here to give the solution to him. So as a Scrum Master, what it is, I suggested him, okay, in 1 or 2 steps, okay, or I made him aware, like, how this your presence is going to help the team over, okay, in implementing the Scrum, or how your presence is going to help the other team members, what they can learn from your experience. Now, this is what actually I have discussed with him. I have explained him the process, the 3 pillars of the Scrum. Okay, you should mention that. Okay, the 3 pillars, like transparency, inspection, and adaptation, and how if you come to the meetings and explain about your status or this thing, okay, uh, the people will come to know what you're working on, and in case if you have any problem, they are going to help you, or in your absence they are going to take over that, and that will help them also to in learning. This transparency will help a lot. I have explained, or I have made him aware of this particular principles or values of the Scrum, okay, are the pillars of the Scrum, and made him realize that this will be very beneficial to the team coordination and whatever not. So this way we have to say, okay. And the situation was that, and the action that I have taken is one-on-one meeting and explaining everything about the Scrum, or his presence, how it adds a value to the team and all. And the result was he was able to get convinced, okay, and he got convinced, and later he turned to the meetings. So in that way, you should say. Am I clear on this one?
Yeah, yes.
There was another one big issue which I thought, like, I should share with you. How, as a Scrum Master, would you bring a value to your organization? What you did as a Scrum Master that helped your organization? This is one thing which everyone. Can you give some answers? Okay, please. I want only 3 people, right? You can just say star format, please, as a situation, what happened and what you did, so that that has brought a lot of value to the organization, not to the team, to the organization, something like that. Can you make a form or something? It may be, but think in that term, sometimes cooking a story is also very important.
Yes.
Can, can someone try, give a try, or everyone is just hearing or doing something? Okay,
Uh,
fine. Give an example, another example. Uh, as an organization, right? So what happened was I took an example of this one in my interview, so that's I want to share. What I have said is like one of the team member uh, has put up papers. Okay. There is a lot of IT industries. What happens is this is called as attrition, right? I mean, people jump from one company to another for the sake of the salaries or whatever compensation they can take, right?
yes.
This is one
Yes.
of the biggest threat in the IT. It's a threat only. We
Yes.
can't convince you can't stop them moving, but it's a threat to any organization. If the people are moving out, then the way to manage is difficult thing. So as a scrum master, what you have done, that's what I have taken that particular point and explained. As I said, like one of the team member was not interested in this organization, he wants to move. So that was the situation. What the task or what the action that I have taken is again same. I have called for a one-on-one interview. I talked to him personally and understood the situation. Like he was not happy with the compensation. Okay. And he has put up papers for that. Now he's little bit demotivated on the monetary issue as well as on the whatever, whatnot. Could be so many other factors. Maybe so. I have talked to him and I have made include like okay, what is his pain area? Uh, and I thought I came to know that he is not satisfied with the salary that he is getting, though he is doing very well. I gave him assurance that I will be talking or I will be taking this to the senior level management, okay, and showcasing like how he is doing, like what he has done till now, how he has been performing, and I will showcase that to the management. And if they agree, like probably there will be an increase because no one will try to go away if there is an increment or something. So I'll make sure that something I will do in that. See what is there in our Scrum Master hand, we will do. Not you can't say that I will give 100% like you should stay. No, we can't do that. We will just intimate or escalate the situation to the project managers or to the higher authorities, or to the HR. They will be taking care. But we will give an assurance that your issue will be addressed. So that I have given. I went to the project manager, talked to him, and said like, no, this guy is a very crucial guy, and we need him to be retained. So if you can make any effort to retain him back, probably it will be helpful to him and to as well as to this company. So that then in that way, like I have taken an action and talked to the manager, and the manager have agreed upon to give certain hike. Okay, that was more than enough for this guy because even what the pain area was like he was not recognized. That was one thing which he felt bad about. Okay, so his efforts are not being recognized. Though his efforts were recognized, he was not monetarily benefited. Okay, so that thing which has been addressed. Okay, and no one was there to talk about his the problems, right? So we feel like when you're in an organization, if no one hears us, if no one is taking care of us, or no one is going to think about that, then we feel like dejected and we feel demotivated and we want to be. If that issue can be resolved as a Scrum Master, then you will be bringing a lot of value to the organization. You got it. So in that way, like I made one team member to retain. So that is one of the biggest, what I can say, act of a Scrum Master to retain in the company. Okay, to retain one of the person employee in the company. So in that way, I help in minimizing the attrition for at least my project. Okay, because after that, like he might have gone, that's a different story. But during the mid of the project, I was able to retain him back. So whatever action that I have taken. So this will help you. In this way, like you need to frame your answer, the star format. Try to cook everything on that way. Okay. Yeah, am I clear? I mean, is it okay or like you? I
Yes,
think this is far enough, right? Good. Good. Good.
yes,
Good. So for go in that way, understand the situations. Okay. 1 minute. You are in the screen, right? Okay. I'm just stopping the share. One. So tomorrow we are going to talk on this one because I want to highlight it today itself. So it is. I will show you one. Yeah, are you able to see this KPIs?
yes, yes.
Okay, these are two things: KPIs and OKRs. Okay, and these again are mostly project management related, but we will give a touch to this one so that you will be, not confused or not surprised when you hear these things. So, acknowledge key performance indicators or the KPIs, objective key results are OKRs. Okay, we'll discuss this tomorrow.
Okay.
So, this is one thing which I would like to talk to you tomorrow. So, how is the preparation going on? Anyone ready to prepare, like you are doing?
What's the interview?
Either interview or certification.
No, no, as of now, no.
Okay.
So the certification, how are the questions will be?
Yeah, questions are going to be, I will show you. Okay, I will show you tomorrow
Mm-hmm.
because you can log into the scrum.org and get it. We can log into the scrum.org and prepare. Right. If you want, I can say, so you will log.
Hello, hello.
I'm just sharing it. It is loading, right? Okay. Go to scrum.org. Okay.
Okay.
Seeing the screen, right?
Yeah, yes.
Log in. So I logged in with my ID. Ask, this is Scrum dot. Okay. Go to training. Sorry, certification. Go to certification. Professional Scrum Master. Go to this one. Professional Scrum Master one. Prepare is there. Okay. Go to
Okay.
prepare. Not start. Start in the sense it will go to the this thing. Okay.
Payment.
Prepare. There are a few of the I mean, I shouldn't say, but here they do it for even if without you and appearing, the people are there to do the certification.
Okay.
You can do that also. I know few of the people who do that can help you there. Okay. In case if you are prepared but you don't want, I mean, because it's again $120, $200, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Fees.
take an assessment. Yeah. See, $200 is a professional Scrum Master exam.
Mm-hmm. How much time it is? 1 hour?
Yeah. See, yes, $200 now. Okay.
Okay.
Um, that won't prepare them.
We can take it from home or we have to go to some
No,
center.
no, we have. I think we have to. I think Proctor should be there. Assessment password they are going to share. Okay, sorry, not this one. Practice. Open assessment. Practice session. You have to go to open assessment. Start assessment. So here you can go and do that. 30 questions for example. Okay.
Okay.
85% is a pass. That means almost 24 marks you should get out of this 30.
Okay.
So you can do that. You can continue and
Okay.
I will give you the link.
Okay.
You can click on this one and try to go to that particular page and take exams.
Okay.
For your sake, I can take one question. Let us see. Okay, just one question. I don't want to. Okay, the time box for the sprint review is
2 hours.
sorry.
It's C.
Yeah, as long as you don't know, 2 hours. Okay, 4 hours
C.
for a monthly sprint, shorter duration. Yes, 4 hours. Yes. So see. Okay, good. So actually, 30 minutes time you have. You not worry. The length of a sprint should be short enough to keep the business process acceptable to the product owner, short enough to be able to synchronize the development work with other business events, 1 month or less, all of you.
C.
To the business is acceptance of the product owners. Okay, we'll keep seeing. 1 month, 1 or 4 weeks, right? Almost. Okay. I don't know the correct, I mean, we can guess it. So as of now, I'm guessing it, but we need to think before we answer it. Okay. Why is the daily scrum held at the same time and same place? The product owner demands? No. The place can be named? No. The consistency reduces the complexity. Rooms are hard to book. Which one?
C.
D.
C. C, exactly. So these are going to be the same format. Okay, you need not worry about the complexity of the questions. Little bit here and there, but it's almost $200 type. You better think before because you need a lot of practice. Practice a lot and then go for the doing your work. Okay. The developer should have all the skills needed to do all the development work except the specialized testing that requires additional tools and environments. No, developers here means both development testing people as well as coding people, not just the development people. Okay, complete the project as estimated when the data and the cost are committed to the product owner. We are not way related with the project cost and all. Okay, turn the product backlog items they select into an increment of usable value. This is one, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, which two things should Scrum do to them first sprint? Determine the complete architecture and infrastructure for the product, develop a plan for the rest of the release, deliver at least one piece of functionality, deliver an increment of useful and valuable product, create a complete bug to do the developer subscription. This is the one. Can you have this plan for the rest of the release? Rest of the release, no, because only for a particular sprint we can have, but not for all.
D.
Hmm. D and E. Product backlog has to be there, right?
Yes.
Yeah, let us see. Right? Sometimes I won't go for all the 30 questions. I want just to show. 3 pillars, please.
There is planning, demonstration, retrospective. Planning, inspection, adoption.
Sir,
C.
yes.
C.
See, I gave you one acronym. TIA, transparency, inspection, and adaptation. Please, these are we need to remember these things. The pillars, 5 values, 5 events. Okay, 3 roles. Okay, 3 pillars, 3 roles, 5 values, 5 events. Okay, got it.
Yes.
3355. Please remember. Please don't say planning. TIA. This is for the transparency, inspection, and adaptation. The purpose of a sprint is to produce a valuable and useful increment of working product. True, right? Working product. Or else, like, why do we need a non-working product? What is the main reason for the Scrum Master to be at the daily Scrum? What is the main reason for the Scrum Master? To make sure every team member answers 3 questions, to gather status and progress information. They do not have to be there. They only need to ensure the developers have daily Scrum. to write down any changes to the sprint backlog, including adding new items and deactivate. Which one?
I think D.
Yes. Anyone?
Might be D.
Sorry. Shrestha, you?
I feel like A or C. I'm confused.
Oh, okay. Please. You have to take a printout of your Scrum guide. Go to each and every line, underline that, and go. Okay. I want you to be more. No. See here, what I want to convey here is develop. It's not mandatory for the Scrum Master to be there in the daily Scrum, please. Okay. Not at all mandatory.
No, it's not mandatory that we know, but the thing is that what is the main reason he mentioned in the question very
Main reason is not there. He is confusing you. That's it. When he has given this one, they do not have to be there. It is already given, right?
it's
They
still
won't write. See, to write down any changes to the sprint backlog, why he will write? He is not there to write. And again, to make sure every team member answers the three questions. It's the accountability of the developers to give the status or no, not the status, but all it is answer the three questions. But you should not be there counting on who gave the answers to these three questions. No. Okay. Okay. Please go through once again the guide. So you are able to now see hearing the lectures, going through this thing is okay, but when you come to the questionnaire, right? That's where our this brain is going to work. When does sprint conclude? When the sprint retrospective is complete, when all the tasks are completed by developers, when the product owner decides enough has been delivered to meet the sprint goal, when the product backlog item meets the definition of that.
D.
A.
Which one?
A.
Yeah, I think we discussed this one. It concludes when the sprint retrospective complete.
Yes.
We don't know whether the definition of done is met or not, but 2 weeks are over. We have to conclude. That's it. Got it?
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe because like I think I have I mean we have discussed this particular question. That's okay, not an issue. The CEO asks the developers to add a very important item to a sprint that is in progress. What should developers do? Add the items to the current sprint without any adjustments? No. Without any adjustments, we can't do. Inform the other members of the scrum team so the team can decide what to do. Okay. Add the item to the current sprint and drop an item of equal size. That could be done also, but add the item to the next sprint? No. It is very important, he said, right? So two things. Inform the other team members of the scrum team of this company so the team can decide what to do. This is most important.
Yes.
So they should scrum team is developers, product owner, and scrum master. So everyone should know. Okay, it's not only the developers.
Okay.
Later they will decide whether to go ahead or not. Good morning. When does developer become accountable for the value of the product backlog item selected for the sprint? Developer become accountable for the value of product item selected for the sprint. Whenever a team member can accommodate more work at the sprint planning, daily scrum, never the entire team accountable for creating a value sprint. The whole team is accountable, not only just developer. That too for the sprint. Okay. The entire scrum team is accountable for creating the new sprint. Okay. Here this we have to understand. Okay. When does the next sprint begin? See, the previous one we have worked on it. When does the next sprint begin? Immediately after the conclusion of the previous sprint, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
What is the typical size of the Scrum Master, Scrum team? Sorry,
10 or fewer.
yeah, 10 or fewer. Good. What might be when might a sprint be abnormally cancelled?
And it
A.
is obsolete.
When the sprint goal becomes exactly very good. These words obsolete when the product owner cancels. This is going to be okay. Who is required to attend the daily Scrum?
Scrum Master for developers.
C.
The Scrum team, but the product owner need not be there, right?
Or the developers.
and the Scrum team. Okay, Scrum Master even the developers. Scrum Master is not mandatory, but developers are required.
Yes.
Scrum Master is not required. See, we can retrospect again if the answers go wrong, not an issue. Sometimes we go wrong. That's okay. The developer should not be interrupted during the sprint, and the sprint goal should remain intact. These are the conditions that foster creativity, quality, and product. Oh, very big command. Okay, I will just skip this one, please. Okay, hope you. I will take it later. I will take a screenshot. Can it happen? We will take this one later. Okay, I'm just putting that in my slides so that we can answer that again. Okay, thank you. Okay. Who is responsible for managing the progress of work during a sprint? The
Scrum
product
Master.
owner, the progress of work
The
from
developer.
the developers. Scrum Master is just a superficial guy, just you'll be observing, that's it. You won't do anything. Who has the final say on the order of the product backlog?
Product owner.
I think it's the Scrum team, right? Okay. Okay, the product owner, the developers. The product owner, developers. Yes. The time talks for the sprint planning event is how much? Yeah, this one, right? Sprint
C.
planning, 8 hours.
Yes.
Who should know the most about the progress toward a business objective or a release and able to explain alternatives most clearly?
Product
Business
owner.
objective, product owner. An organization has decided to adopt Scrum, but management wants to change the terminology to fit the terminology already used. What will likely happen if this is done? The organization may not understand what has changed with the Scrum and the benefits may be lost, right?
Yeah.
That's what let us see. I mean, maybe we need to put some time on this, but okay. Which statement best describes the sprint review? It is a mechanism to control developer activity during a sprint. It is when the Scrum team and stakeholder inspect the outcome of the sprint and figure out what to do next. Okay. It is demo at the end of the sprint for everyone in the organization to check on the work done.
C.
C.
It's a demo, but actually, together they have to decide and figure out next to be done. Which Scrum events are time boxed? Review, planning, retrospective, right? We don't have anything for refinement. This is not a Scrum event, right? Refinement is not a Scrum event. Release retrospective is not a Scrum event. Release testing is not a sprint testing is also not a Scrum event. Is it? Sprint testing is a event?
No.
No.
No. Yes, thank you. Because all my training is on 5 events, and if we say sprint testing, gone case. Which statement best describes the Scrum? A cookbook that defines best practices for software development? No. A defined predictive process that conforms to the principles of scientific management? Oh God, no. A framework for creating complex products in complex environment? Okay. A complete methodology that defines how to develop. This we can say?
Complex products in complex environment.
Yes, I mean adapting the solutions, adapting for a complex problem. That's what actually said, right?
What about D?
A complete methodology that defines how to develop software. It doesn't say how to develop a software, but how complex your product could be. You provide adaptive solution to that. So that's what actually it means. Let us see. I mean, we can review 6 questions only there, right? When should a developer on a Scrum team be replaced? Never. It reduces productivity. Every sprint to promote shared learning as needed while taking into account a short-term reduction in productivity as needed with no special allowance or changes in productivity. When we should replace, never. It reduces productivity or as needed while taking into account a short-term reduction in productivity. See, it could be C because productivity is going to decrease. But if you have to be replaced also, okay, let us see that. How much work must the developers complete for each product backlog item they select for the sprint? Analysis, design, programming, testing, as much as it can fit into sprint. All development work, at least some testing enough so that each product item that they meet definition of done.
B.
We are talking about the sprint. It's a B. Okay. See here enough so that each product item they select meets the definition of done. That's for whole.
For the whole
If you
product.
see the definition of done, what one must all complete. They select for a sprint. Can fit. Yeah. Let us see. That's okay. Sometimes we may go wrong. Who is on the Scrum team? Developers. Correct?
Yeah.
Product owners are must. During a sprint, a developer determines that the Scrum team will not be able to complete the items in their forecast. Who should be present to review and adjust the product backlog items selected? The Scrum Master, the project and developers, the product owners, and the developers, and the product owner all stakeholders.
I think
Not A, not B, the product owner and the developer, right?
yes.
It is mandatory that the product increment be released to production at the end of the each sprint. No, false. Right? It's not
Yes.
mandatory.
Yes.
Last question, if you're done. The Scrum team must choose at least one high priority process improvement item identified during the sprint retrospective and place it in the sprint backlog. No, not required. Let us see. If it goes well,
Yeah.
the penalties will done. Confirm.
So if you do the next term, I
Hey,
will
great. We are passed. Passed?
fail.
85% or 83? 85 should be done.
85.
Yeah, okay. Okay, not an issue. I think we have the answers for that one. We'll go to 5 incorrect. Okay, all the length of the sprint should be all of the above.
Okay.
Deliver an increment, developer replace one use of functionality. Okay, good. Product owner has a say on the product backlog. I'm sorry. Okay, maybe sometimes gets done. All of the yeah, good. I mean, at least if we had completed one, at least one, we would have crossed that particular pass mark. Enough to use the parameter definition of done. Okay. This one last one. Okay, good. I mean, so try to do as many because you can do again. Set of questions will come again. You take a assessment again. Set of questions going to come. So you can easily get. I mean, after 2 to 3 attempts, you can get easily 85% above. And once you get 85% above, then only go for writing the exam. Okay.
Okay.
So it will take. I have taken almost 15 to 20 assessments. After that, I think yeah, I went for the examinations. Okay. We'll let you know. Okay, so tomorrow we'll meet on the KP and OKRs and some of the topics. Okay.
This one, the some scope creep. If they ask like, what is the example? How did you face their scope creep?
Yeah, you can say the same thing. I mean, they want to actually have one functionality, one feature to be added. In your present scenario, what you are working, in which technology you are working on, Prakash?
Mainframe banking.
Banking domain. Okay. You can add say something like one of development. I was in the banking domain, but I was working as Scrum Master. So the developers being asked to add,
Your
new
voice is,
feature.
I think,
Okay,
now good.
not good. Okay,
Now
so
it is
you can
good.
give now good. Okay,
Hmm.
so you can say like what example that you can give now. Mm, additional work like let us say like they wanted to have a shortcut to this particular feature, and it was not decided earlier, but later they forced on us to complete that in the sprint. So because of that, the developers worked. I mean, they have stretched themselves and they worked for more hours, and it later resulted in a scope creep. So that's what you can see. Okay. So it was pushed into our sprint backlog, and we were not given an opportunity to, as a Scrum Master, I was even insisting on not to add into the sprint backlog. Yet they have, upon the consultations and all these things, they have adjusted in the sprint backlog, but it didn't result in a good thing. That's what you can say. Something like that. You can give a real-time scenario in anything like that.
Okay.
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 Okay. Yeah. Okay. Fine. We'll meet tomorrow. Okay. I'm just running
Okay.
short. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.